Hello everybody and welcome back to the Keanu Esports stream. My name is Shadi Zeddy Hanna, head coach of the Keanu Esports program. And we're coming back to you live with another round of collegiate Call of Duty here in the NACE Star League Varsity Premier Division. Keanu, currently sporting a 2-1 record, looks to take on the University of North Texas Dallas Trailblazers. It's a long name, it's a hefty title. And continue their run into the NACE Star League regular season and look to qualify for playoffs. So this game does have some pretty serious implications on the rest of the season, as most teams that are drifting around the one-loss mark are, kind of on the cusp of that qualification. We're going to pull up the league here and take a quick little look and get a better understanding of what it is that we're playing for, what this competition and specifically this match actually means for the Huskies. Taking a look now at the West Central Conference. Currently, Texas A&M International University and Oklahoma Christian hold 3-0 win records, and Keanu and St. Edward's University sitting at that 2-1. So it's really going to come down to which one of these three teams can force themselves into that top 2 spot and give themselves as much of an advantage as possible going into the end of the regular season. For NACE playoffs is going to be just under the best 2 teams from each conference progressing onto the next stage. And that will mean the Keanu Huskies have everything to give here on this map on Albagra. Starting things off here on the hard point. We're jumping right into this game here, as the Huskies look to take on the Trailblazers here in our first map of the day. This is going to be the hard point. Now, hard point, you kind of have to think of hard point like really intense King of the Hill. It's King of the Hill, but the hill's always moving. So as you look at that mini-map, you'll see that little marker in the bottom left corner of the screen. And teams are going to fight for control of that circle, try to start racking up points. The first team to 250 total points wins, and you'll see at the top of the screen there which team has control and their point totals as well. There's always something to fight over and fight about. I feel like Call of Duty, if you don't know what you're watching, just looks like a bunch of people running around shooting guns, but there's quite a bit of strategy involved in these games and game modes, as the teams not only have to position themselves appropriately around the field, but think about where are my opponents coming from and where they're going to be heading next, so they can find those advantageous fights. Now, we got kind of rushed into this game, but we'll take a quick second to introduce our rosters on the side of the Huskies. Shoku, the rookie, coming straight from Edmonton, Alberta. Kurz from Red Deer, joining us again for his second year on the Keanu Huskies. And our 2 returning vets, Great Witness and Exelios, playing tonight as well. Great Witness from Regina, Saskatchewan. Exelios from Isla Lacrosse, and I really hope I said that right, because otherwise he's going to get upset with me later. Isla Lacrosse, Saskatchewan as well. So all over Western Canada, homegrown team, homegrown talent, facing off against, I think, our 7th or 8th match versus a Texas school across all of our titles so far this year. Yeah, it turns out Alberta and Texas like to play shooter games. Who would have thought? Keanu now looking to make this retake on the 4th hill spawn, and Royal's gonna find 2 for himself. Make that a 3rd as he jumps around the corner and takes out Shoku. UNTD starting to run away with a little bit of a lead here as they pull themselves up to the 80-point mark. And you will notice that for the first time, I think ever, since I started here at Keanu, Brody noticeably not participating in tonight's match. It will be an opportunity to see how the team performs under a new environment with a different roster. It's very early on in the season. There's lots of opportunities to mess around with things and take some chances. I do believe he is recovering from illness as well, so we wish him all the best, as his teammates will pick up for him, pick up where he left off. The Huskies still able to find some decent fights and some good shots, but Royal on the side of UNTD, he's already dropped 20. He is just bragging out right now. Nice shots from Shoku, and Shoku on the SMG for this game. He is a bit of a flex player, that one. He can kind of mess around and play a bunch of different things. You can see he actually found himself picking up the AR there off that last spawn. Huskies now on the point, finally starting to build a little bit of a score here. Kurz will find 2. Looks to find a 3rd, but Royal is just shooting straight right now. Goes on the hunt, finds a 4th, and Royal with the 4K. He's up to 28 now. My goodness. Keanu, still plenty of room and time to come back in this game, but in the 100-point deficit definitely doesn't make things much easier. And Mimade comes out, but Schlepp will be able to dodge that as Kurz does find a melee kill onto Royal off screen. Huskies now looking to retake the point. As Exelios will drop down and fight out Dez, but Great Witness will get the refrag. Shoku getting taken down by Schlepp. Mechano just unable to gain control of the point. Usually when they're getting these points, it's on the end of that rotation, where they're prepping for that next rotate. Haven't been able to get a solid foothold yet in this match. Just looking in the Twitch chat now. Let Shoku is probably my favorite chat message I've ever seen. Let's Shoku indeed. Let's see what he's got for us here as the Huskies are approaching endgame territory here. 46 to 184. Again, Hardpoint is one of those maps where it's really not over till it's over. I mean, we've seen crazy upsets on this map, both for and against the Huskies in their time as a program. But definitely doesn't make it any easier. Now fighting for control over truck as Kurz will get the better of Royal. And Shoku finding the outplay onto Dez as well. Tough little spot for him though, as those rotates from UNTD are starting to come out. They're actually going to hold onto this next point here and try to trap him. But Royal gets a little greedy and Shoku gets the better of him, but running knife out into Schlepp. Schlepp will take him down on the rotate. Brady beats out Exelios on that gunfight there. Kurz will find Schlepp. The trade. UNTD finally broke 200 points. The Huskies gonna have to get themselves on point and hold it for a meaningful amount of time here as Exelios takes shots onto Brady, but Dez will refrag Shoku with the refrag of his own, and it's trade for trade for trade for trade for trade right now. The Huskies holding the point down finally. Getting some breathing room as they are going to force UNTD off for 20 seconds, but they're actually going to completely abandon the point here and start rotating to that next objective. Now, it's a respectable choice for sure, but you're giving up some free points when you're doing that. Dez beating them out in the gunfight, and oh, that's an unfortunate end to that interaction. You pre-rotate, and Dez just mops it up. The streaks coming in for UNTD. They're just holding the Huskies at bay here. Kano needs to get themselves on site. 230 now for UNTD. That's a great take from Kurz as he finds 2 off the back of Shoku. Kano gonna start clearing out those trophies, but Shoku gets taken out from this flank. Great Witness will get the best of Royal there on that stair slide. And now UNTD have the ability to win it all here. Kieno needs to get on point, and they need to start taking down some numbers. Shoku tries to find his shots. Kurz on the rotation. 5 seconds left. UNTD actually stopped touching the point for a second. Kurz going to dive in, hold it at 248. 249 for UNTD, but they've already touched the next point, and that means the Trailblazers will take map number 1. The correction in chat. Let's go Shoku. No, 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 no. Don't double back. Let's Shoku. Let's Shoku indeed. Very strong start from UNTD. Royal dropping 39. My goodness. Big game from him to start things off for the Trailblazers. These Texas schools, they're pretty good at their Call of Duty. I wonder why that is. They got some talent for it down there. Now, of course, we've got some talent of our own on COD, and while getting that first game set it up, might look a little cold. Search and Destroy is really where this team shines. And we're going to see how they do, how they perform on the SND coming up in the next map. We're going to cut to a quick break while we wait for the team to get the lobby set up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more College Call of Duty in just a few minutes. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Keanu Esports stream. My name is Shadi Zeddy Hanna, head coach of the Keanu Esports program, and I'm here presenting you with Keanu Esports on Search and Destroy. It's a sight to behold for sure, as the Huskies take on the Trailblazers on El Asilo. Huskies will start defense. I think it's the first time this season they've started on the defensive half on SND. We're going to face off against the University of Texas, North Texas Dallas Trailblazers here in this first game. Mixelios will find the first pick of the map, and he's going to take down Brady as well. Brady was a tad bit interesting as UNT goes down 2 very early on in the map. Huskies will hold the line right now, waiting to see where that bomb inevitably gets planted. In a waiting game as UNTD refuses to push past their post here. Shots go down from Kurz as he spots out Royal. Time starts ticking down, 30 seconds remaining. Door gets open. Dez gonna drop the stun, try to get the bomb planted. Mixelios just gonna hold that doorway, finds Royal. And Dez now in a 1v3. They know exactly where he is. Just biding his time. He's going to have to look for that plant sooner rather than later. Great Witness and Kurz now in the 2v1. And they are going to be able to find his feet sticking out from behind. Keanu takes round number 1 here in the SND. And a great first round there from the Huskies is Mixelios really had outer lockdown. That rotation, gives you a ton of flank angles, really lets you break up the defensive line, but, that's why it's so important to hold that. And Mixelios finding that opening pick and then catching Brady, who just seemed a little bit unaware of where he was or what he was doing, really opened up a ton of space for the Huskies on the map. Shoku will see Royal open that door. Royal is going to jump peek through. Schlepp will find the opening pick onto Kurz. And Royal will chase down Shoku actually as he looks for his aggressive timings. Great Witness just going to hold him. Catches him rotating through the door, and Great Witness finds one for the Huskies. 2-3 now in favor of UNTD. Bomb dropped. Keanu knows they need to recover it, but they need to recover it safely. As Mixelios manages to recover the bomb. And now the Huskies look to get the plant down. Great Witness start inching his way up outer, trying to claim some of that pivotal space. Only 30 seconds remaining for the Huskies. Dead Silence popped as well. They were just waiting for that, I think. Both Dead Silences actually get triggered. And Keanu on the full wrap around. Is it going to be the B push as Brady finds out Great Witness? Or Mixelios rather. Great Witness has to recover the bomb. Has to get the plant down as well, but they should just be able to hold him out of A here as Dez camping the door. Very, very nearly found it. And time was not on the Huskies' side as the Trailblazers come away with that round, tying the score up 1-1. Just a reminder for those of you just joining the stream now, Keanu currently 2-1 in the NACE Star League Varsity Premier Division. So far only losing to St. Edward's University, a top 6 team in the CCL. It's a pretty stacked division here for NACE, as Oklahoma Christian as well, a top 3 school, currently holds a 3-0 record in the league. The Huskies have been doing pretty decent so far. They've been able to best most of the competition in the league. And here the University of North Texas Dallas showing that they too, they've got some skills. They're able to come ready to play when the situation calls, when duty calls, I suppose. When they hear the call of duty. Sorry, that's a little corny. But this map is really going to decide, which one of these teams came ready to play. And right now the Huskies are not leaving anything at the door. They are going full on in on these defensive rounds. Arguably defense, the harder side of the map to play on S&D map, depending, of course. Because you have to be reactive. You have to anticipate, but you're always kind of playing reactionary. It's your opponents that really set the pace of the game, and so far the Huskies are reading that pace with ease. Piano now looking to make this B-side push. Now, you don't really see this B-side push happen too early on in these matches. Most teams like to commit to the A hit, and then B is kind of like that last resort. Hey, we're on round 12. Try something new. Xelios with the sniper, he's just not sticking his shots right now. He's coming so close, but Brady will take down Xelios, and that means the sniper for the Huskies is down. As only Shoku and Kurz remain. Kurz now left in a 1v4. He's going to get shot in the back, and the UNTD Trailblazers pull off a perfect defense here on that B side. The sniper from Xelios, I like the play. I like the call. I think it's a right idea, but those shots have to stick if you're going to make it. And two big whiffs, unfortunately, give UNTD the space they need to close out that round. Onto the defense now. So far, both teams putting on a flawless defensive effort on LSilo. Some early utility here from the Huskies. As Kurz goes diving in onto Dez, he's going to get taken out. Schlepp beats out Shoku as well. And a rather surprising change of pace here as UNTD mops up the round very early on here. Not sure what's going on here. We're getting some pretty serious frame drops. Looks like we got it sorted out. Great Witness will fall. And finally, UNTD comes away with the lead. Piano now going to look to try to tie it up and see if they can get themselves their first attacking point of the half. Schlepp holding down mid. Royal going to peek through the door. Kurz should know about him. I believe his teammate calmed that out. But Royal's going to run all the way around. He knows he was spotted. Let's take a quick look over here at Brady's POV on the side of UNTD. He's gone the full wrap around here. Schlepp's going to take down Great Witness, and the Huskies are kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place as Brady is going to peek through this angle. Kurz gets his kill, but Brady finds the refrag from behind, and Xelios knows he's got to reposition himself. He did not like his odds on that engagement. Just trying to scout out information. Is Brady already positioned an outer here on that B side? Xelios needs to start taking some gunfights. He's going to shoot him through the walls and try to take him down, but only 20 seconds remaining. Knows that Dez is going to start hunting for him. And Xelios dumping his entire clip into Brady, but just can't do it. UNTD takes a lead, 4-2 now on the SND. That's a tough one for the Huskies as, you know, you get that early info, but Royal kind of played the info game to his advantage. He's like, okay, they know I'm here, so they're probably going to expect me jumping around this corner, so I'm just going to fully wrap around them and catch them while they're holding the wrong angle. It's definitely a smart maneuver. And it pays off big time for the Trailblazers. It's Keanu now, tons of info. Their opponents are forcing onto the site. They've been spotted out B. Kurz will get taken down from behind. Great Witness gonna find Dez. That's a big pick for him. Oh man, that was almost a jump scare for Exelios, but he will get the better of that one. And Brady and Royal, I believe Brady was spotted out, and the Huskies do have the bomb. Brady actually gonna get taken down, and now UNTD getting a taste of their own medicine as they're forced to play 1v3 on the B side with the bomb in the Huskies' possession. This is Call of Duty on expert difficulty right now for Royal. He's playing on Nightmare mode. And he's going to cut his losses and try the hard rotation around. Exelios thinks he has a read on that. He's just going to hold down mid and see. And he's going to find him. Exelios, nice shots. Keanu pulling the score a little closer together, 4-3. Back on attack. Let's see what the Huskies can do as they are going to force themselves up mid, and Great Witness going to get into a little bit of a scrap with Brady on this outer. They know he's been playing a little bit ratty, trying to find those cross angles. He's going to position that nade. Try to zone him off as actually the double nades come out, and Brady gets sniped by Shoku, who just locks that crosshair on him. Some additional little trivia for you if you are new to competitive Call of Duty. All of these players are playing on controller. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to aim with a controller, but it is just by design not easy to do. It is not a precision instrument. This is the CDL rules. This is what professional Call of Duty players do. It aligns them with traditional console play. So when you see a shot like that out of Shoku, where he's just snapping that crosshair right onto somebody's head, I mean, man, the thing of beauty for sure. Shoku now in the 1v2, and let's see if the young rookie can find the clutch play. He's been waiting for this opportunity all season. It starts off with a nice little solo play from him to kick the round off. He is going to get the plant down at B. His opponents now on the run as Shoku trying to reposition himself, and he's going to go all the way around the world here. Going for that outside rotation. Gonna make his way up high. Sees that nade as well, so he has some idea of where his opponents are. And the defuse already coming out. Shoku needs to get on the point, but I don't think he's gonna get it. As Schlepp sticks it, can he finish Shoku? Gets the kill, but the bomb already went down. And just a quarter second away from clip of the year. Travesty as UNTD steal that round away. That one's got to make you a little sore afterwards. There's no time to dwell on it now. The round is still not over. 5-3 now in favor of UNTD. Exelios. Oh my god, it's a massacre. Every single member of UNTD just biting the dust right there. As Schlepp is the last alive, and he's spotted out by Kurz. That should give Great Witness the opportunity to start to close in on him, as he is going to catch this outside rotation in just a minute. Schlepp will take down Kurz. The nade goes nowhere. Schlepp gets the best of Shoku as well. He's going for his hero play now too. Great Witness going to run him down, and we'll save that situation. It was looking like it was about to get out of hand there, but we contained it. We got there. And actually, Exelios that finds the kill. As somehow Schlepp found himself in between two crosshairs. Keanu now really needs to make something of this attack. There is no room for error left. Have to win the next 2 rounds. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure on S&D, round 11 does automatically force a side flip, which means they're going to have to win on attack not just once for the first time this map, but twice in a row. And considering so far this S&D has looked pretty defender-sided, that is a tall task in front of the Huskies, but Shoku will do well for himself to find that opening pick. Exelios finds out Royal on the side, a 3v2 now for the Huskies, but they are going to be able to get the plant down A. It's the first time been able to plant the bomb down A this series. Schlepp working that outside, but great witness. He has a good hold here. He knows that Shoku just got taken down. Great witness will get the knife kill. Alright, buddy. I see you. Brady now trying to find that rotation. He's going to get taken down. Great witness. Comes out big for the Huskies, forcing the tie game. On to the tiebreaker now for Keanu. Big round from Great Witness. Last round situation here, and it's good to know that after watching the Call of Duty team play for 2 years, I finally know what the heck's going on in this game. Yes, we are back on attack again, so the Huskies, they did it once, they're going to have to do it all over again. Right now, for all the marbles, here we go. Round 11 on the Search and Destroy. The door's open, he's going to bank the grenade off and try to force out Dez, but apparently that angle's just no good. Schlepp will find one. And UNTD gets a little lead here, but Exelios will take one down. They've got to know Brady's on their flank here. They know he's still alive. He's done it almost every round so far this game. Are they going to be anticipating this? Are they prepared for this? Kurz, he looked out that door. You could tell he's thinking about it. He's going to run and pick up the bomb. And I think he knows Dez is on the other side of that doorway as well. The Huskies have to decide, are they going to take the fight to Brady or not? They're going to close the door on his face, though, and it's going to force the rotation out from him. Not a ton of time left for the Huskies to make some decisions here. Dez still on the outside of that A-site doorway. Brady holding that rotation from outer. And Keanu, I think, really needs to start making some decisions. They're going to be able to take down Dez. Great Witness gets onto the point. That should be the bomb going down. Brady finds Kurz, but the bomb was planted successfully. And Great Witness, he heard those shots. He knows Brady's on his tail. And he's just running and hiding. Is Brady the last alive? 26 seconds remaining. Exelios just going to hold that doorway. And he sees Brady. Exelios finds it. And Keanu, from the 5-3 deficit, go 3 rounds straight to close out the map. The Huskies proving their dominance on the Search and Destroy once again, and that is going to be Keanu taking their first map of the series, tying it up 1-1. Exelios coming up massive on that map, 13 to his name. And a phenomenal showing from the Huskies there, proving why they are a CCL competent team and a contender here in the NACE Star League West Conference. You know, I mentioned it on map number 1, but I'm going to mention it again. They're playing without Brody today. And for those of you that are watching, or fans of the Huskies, longtime fans of the Huskies, you'll know Brody usually comes up pretty big for the Huskies. So seeing them play and perform, even without that top fragging IGL, shows how well-rounded this team is. This is not a one-man carry team. This is a solid squad built with 5 exceptionally talented players. And coming up big on that map in the way they did. You know, I'm sure Brody's at home cheering them on for that performance. Best not get too ahead of ourselves, though, as there's still plenty of Call of Duty left to play here on the Keanu Esports stream. We're going to cut to a quick break while we get the lobby set up for game number 3. We'll be right back with some more College Call of Duty in just a few minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Keynote Esports stream. And there we go. Okay. Just gonna say, black screen was alright, but this is definitely a lot more interesting. We're back on El Asilo. And for a moment there, I thought Call of Duty was tweaking because we were just on this map. But apparently, we're back. But this time we're playing a different game. We're playing one of my favorite games. This game is called Control. Now, the purpose of Control is a little bit different than your other Call of Duty maps. There's some similarities, of course. You're still fighting for positional advantages. There's still respawns. But it's kind of like a game with like too many rules. Okay? You've got a time limit. The attacking team has to get control of both of the marked points on the map within the time limit. But in addition to the time limit, they also have a total health pool. Every time you die, you consume one of those available lives to respawn your character, up to a maximum of 30 per team. Once you run out of respawns, you are done. So teams are not only attempting to gain positional advantages over each other, but also life advantages over each other, because the more respawns you have available, the more risks you can take, the more forward positions you can hold, the more aggressive gunfights you can look for. There's a lot to kind of think about on Control. And the Huskies not only seem to be doing a very good job of controlling the positions, but they are starting to come away with a bit of a life total lead here, as they currently lead the scoreboard 28-20. Now the Trailblazers really need to get themselves established on a point here and start racking up some of that positioning before that time runs out, because once they run out of time, it's done. Gotta get themselves onto site if they want to close that out. Schlepp's gonna be found out. Kurz showing that an SMG does not mean a short-range gun, and in fact can be whatever kind of gun you want it to be, so long as you're shooting straight. And Shoku nearly caught reloading, but that is going to be the Huskies clearing off the point, and UNTD needs to funnel their way on, as Schlepp will find one, he'll find two, he won't find a third though, and the Huskies just about have them locked out at the door. Kiano, my god, what a disgusting defensive effort from Kiano. I will say, for those of you that are just watching your first Control map now, this is not how they typically go. They are a little bit more offensive sided, because you have two maps on two different sides of the field, because you gain additional time as you capture those points. Yes, defenders have some advantages, but not like that. That was filthy. Piano now gonna have their own attempt at cracking open the defenses of the Trailblazers, and they are gonna go for a mid to B push as well. UNTD is a little bit more A-sided right now. They should give the Huskies some time to rotate onto the point and start scoring a little bit, but Schlepp will find that opening headshot. And Great Witness going to try to line up his crosshair, but difficult to manage that recoil, as Dez will get spotted out. We'll take out Shoku as well. And Great Witness should be able to hear those footsteps, and I'll be honest, this is a little bit strange. They had all the info, just weren't able to find their gunfights, and I guess that means UNTD will come out ahead. The Shoku gets caught on the reload by Schlepp. UNTD starting to pull off a Kiano performance here. This Great Witness will find the headshot spray. Huskies do need to touch the point. Kurz will take down a crucial member, and that should be the window for the Huskies to get onto point, but they're just playing so nervous right now. They aren't aware that the site's completely open. Great Witness finds Brady, and that's a big wallbang shot as Dez gets spotted out as well. Looks like Zelio's just going to fire off some cover shots. We'll be able to take that down as well. Kurz holding that outer. Kurz with the beautiful flip onto Royal, and that should give the Huskies plenty of time and control over this B site. And while they have been able to even out the life total a bit, the bigger advantage for them, of course, is that full minute of time remaining. Kurz, how did you even see that? My god. You gotta remember, when they're in game, they're not seeing those big glowing yellow lines the way I am right now. I swear when I play this game, I can't see anything. Everybody's wearing camo. The ground is all brown and green. I don't know how you see anything, but the Huskies eat their greens. They eat their leafy greens. They eat their carrots. They've got that sharp 20/20 vision. Exelios catching that with the corner of his eye. Finds one, finds two. Can he find Royal, the top fragger for UNTD? But the slide out from the doors. Shoku will catch the better of him. Fires off some warning shots. And now Royal knows he's not alone. As Great Witness will catch him on the rotation out. Keanu needs to touch. They spig out Brady. They're just trying to gather some info right now. But Schlepp holding this from outer is going to make it very difficult for the Huskies to touch. Great Witness will get the better of him, but Dez holding it down as well. 10 seconds left for the Huskies. Kurz finds one. The pre-fire onto Royal. They need to touch, though. And the two-man collapse onto the site should get the Huskies onto the point. And now UNTD, the pressure's on them to touch. Kurz finds one onto Schlepp, catches out Dez as well, gets a second one. The third one for Great Witness, and this is actually massive for the Huskies as they completely wipe UNTD off the field. And just like that, they've done it. What is happening? We go from a complete shutout on defense to a steal-away victory with 7 seconds left on the clock. They're pulling rabbits out of hats right now. And UNTD, talking about magic, could really use a wish right now. Find their genie in a bottle to pull this game back within reach, as the Huskies are one round away from another map victory here. Schlepp caught it on outer. Caught it. I'm making up words. Brady, nice shots onto Exelios for him. And that trophy system. Kurz, did you see that? And he did. And here's those big stomping boots, and Brady's going to get taken down on the outside as well. Shoku dashing in on the 1v1 with Dez. He sees the slide. He jumps over him. Shoku almost found it. And I like the idea. I like the intention there. What's up? Gonna get spotted out. As UNTD decided B site no good for last time. Let's see if A gets us any better results. But my, oh my, the Huskies are fighting for their lives right now. Royal gonna jump into that. Beautifully positions his crosshair there onto Great Witness. He's gonna find that fight with ease. Schlepp gets spotted out. And the SMG from long range is showing you why it is not a long range weapon. But Schlepp just gonna try to climb back up again. Okay. An interesting strategic choice. Kurz. See, maybe the SMG is good from long range. Your name just has to be Kurz. It's a new Call of Duty hack. Set in-game name to Kurz, and your SMG is a good long-range effective tool. Keanu gonna start rotating over to this A side as Shoku. His spidey senses are tingling. He knows UNTD wants to touch, and he's gonna be able to take down Schlepp. Dez from above, gonna shoot him down. Great Witness gets taken out by Dez as well. Dez kind of on a rampage right now. Or UNTD gets spotted out. A number of members. Exelios, buddy. You had the perfect flank, and he drops into 4 people. Royal gonna start hopping through windows, thinking he's some kind of Spider-Man or something. And get punished for that, getting a little too eager. Shoku gonna try to clean up the kill. On to Schlepp. He will find it. Good shots from him. And now the Huskies forced to defend one site. 11 lives remaining. They do have a very, very slight advantage over UNTD right now. Hard to even call it an advantage at all, to be honest. And UNTD will even that out as they are starting to gain some traction here on this B site. Huskies really need to start thinking about how they want to take this retake. And I think UNTD might have just done it there. Doesn't look like a ton of time available. The progress at B is ticking. Kurz needs to jump his way onto the point and touch, but he doesn't have the time to do it. And the University of Texas Dallas will get onto the board 1-2 now on the control map. Keanu now back on offense. They had a pretty good start to their offensive side on the last map, or on the last round, I should say. Kerr's gonna find I almost said he found two. It didn't even occur to me that number one was his own teammate. Kurz, you're supposed to shoot the yellow guys. Oh, Exelios catching the best of Schlepp here. That's going to be one for him. And the Huskies should look to touch here as Exelios will drop to the point and start progressing that a little bit here. As Great Witness holds from above. He's going to see Schlepp there around that corner. I believe he caught him. As Kurz just holding that doorway. Exelios doing a fantastic job being a point princess here. Royal coming up big. He's going to swing around the corner. Find two shots there. As the Huskies actually tried to force a tick onto B. So they've got two onto the A site now. And they were trying to get a cheeky little B steal as well. Royal. Nice shots from him as he's going to be able to take down Great Witness. Kurz will set up Shoku here to get onto the site. Shoku finds the second one onto Dez. And the UNTD Trailblazers are going to have to start funneling into the site as Royal jumps. Shoku a little late to react, and Royal will get the best of him there. But the Huskies should be able to get this point. And a nice shot from Kurz. He's ready. He's wary of that. And the Huskies now going to look to claim this B site. Kind of locked out at the gates here, though, as Brady firmly established on the point. Kurz! I should not have cut away from his POV. What the heck was that, buddy? Kurz finds two on site. Brady gets spotted out by Shoku as well. He's going to shoot some cover fire here and try to make some space for Exelios to creep in behind him. Brady, careful, bud! And jump scare from Exelios as he finds the right angle at the right time. UNTD going to look to try to retake the site, but they're walking into so many Huskies right now. Brody taken down as Great Witness actually finds the streak kill onto Dez. Royal will take Kurz in the 1v1 in hallway. And the Huskies, I think they're wary of these rotations, but again, just not fully aware of these positions by UNTD right now. They're trying to play for these picks before they put themselves on site, and it's a smart play for sure, especially when you have the life advantage. Kurz gonna find one for himself, but Dez comes up big for UNTD. Royal gonna get the best of Shoku, and the life advantage is no more as the Huskies drop down to 6 with 35 seconds remaining. This might actually come down to respawns here on the control. Exelios gonna try to dolphin dive out of that window and get shot down for his efforts. 20 seconds remaining for the Huskies. And they're gonna have to explode onto site in just a second here. There's no respawns remaining. Great Witness gets taken down, and that's gonna be the last alive. Shoku, I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. No, gets killed out in hallway. UNTD like the miracle defense to pull that one back. The Huskies looked like they had it. They just couldn't close it out. I think the defining moment for me on that round was the 10-6 life lead and the stall outside of B. I think if they just committed to that site take, they just trusted their gut, that hesitation really cost them there. And a critical error will force this map into overtime. Going to the tiebreaker now as the Huskies will have one last opportunity to defend here on the control. And this is a huge map for tempo because after this, the teams are going to go back to the hard point, and the Huskies had a pretty tough go in the hard point on their first round against UNTD. So you definitely want to go into that next map with that little bit of extra coverage. A nice little extra bit of padding. Make you feel a little bit more comfortable going into map 4. Because in these long drawn out sets, mental is everything. You really don't want to kill your momentum. Shoku finding a nice cheeky little angle here on stairs. And actually, UNTD playing very slow on this attack here. As Dez catches Shoku on the reload. Schlepp is kind of just running around on these outsides here. He's looking to clean people up, and he's going to be able to snap onto Shoku after the kill onto Great Witness. Gets spotted out by Kurz, though. Kurz now on the AR. I believe he's been on the AR for a significant majority of this set, but usually the SMG player for the Huskies, so it's interesting to see him on the new role. An aggressive peek from Exelios is not rewarded, as Schlepp will find him. And that will be UNTD getting some control over this A site here. As Great Witness tries to go through the spray down. He will take Brady as he tries to jump onto the point and hold it down. Kurz. Good movement from him, but the A side is secure. Actually goes for the knife in the corner, but gets punished. And UNTD, they already have a tick on B. 20 to 16 lives remaining for the Huskies. Now might be their saving grace in this map, as if they can just force the trades back and forth. They will come out on top eventually. But UNTD have quite a bit of time left. That's kind of funny when you think about 50 seconds is a lot of time, but in a game like Call of Duty, 20 seconds is everything. Kurz now knows he has the time to wait for those teammate respawns, but they've got to start coming fast. As the shots to the wall from Exelios onto Dez, he had the perfect read on the situation. Royal behind truck is going to get Shoku, but Great Witness will find the trade. Kieno up 4 lives, no tick pushed for UNTD. So although they did get control of the site, they weren't able to translate it into any capture points here. Kurz on the full wraparound here. And a massive play from Great Witness and Exelios as they hold out on the site. Brady gonna peek through that doorway in a second. Great Witness, don't put your gun away now. Schlepp spotted out by Kurz. 6 lives remaining for UNTD, and they've just got a funnel onto the point. This is very Husky-sided right now. It's going to take a miracle for UNTD. Shoku finds 2. Can he find the 3rd onto Dez? And he will. Ooh, actually, I almost popped off there unnecessarily. He won't, but he does get the map win, and that's all that matters. Kieno coming up 2-1 in the series. And we'll see here, Shoku finding that kill into Brady. Gets the shots onto Royal. Sets his sights onto Dez, but to no avail. Great showing from the Huskies. They came back from a pretty tough start on the hard point to flip that around. And that was an excellent map of control to watch. Very enjoyable for sure. They put on a great show for all of us. Now, going into map 4, 2-1 lead for the Huskies. Kieno can take this all on this hard point. We're just going to wait for the players to get the lobby set up for the next match. We'll cut to a quick break while we wait for that. We'll see you all in just a few minutes with some more Collegiate Call of Duty. Hello everybody and welcome back to the KNO Esports stream. My name is Shadi Zeddy Hanna, the coach of the KNO Esports program. And we are back on the hard point. Map number 4 here. KNO leads by 1. This is potentially match point for the Huskies if they are able to get the best of their opponents. UNTD Trailblazers, that's the University of North Texas at Dallas. Now, the last time KNO played against UNTD on hardpoint earlier today, UNTD, it was a smoke show. It was a wipeout. I can't really sugarcoat it. They really came up big on the map. KNO now coming off hot after 2 wins. They're warmed up. Great witness. He's already knifing people. The map just started. I mean, this is a different beast than what we saw on map number 1. And KNO is not going to go down without a fight here. We are on the Greenberg Hotel. And the Huskies are going to try to play a little bit smarter, a little bit slower here. On the hard points is Royal. Going to get caught out on that rotation. Exelios shooting straight right now, finding some great shots for himself. Actually comes up with a 3rd off camera there. And he's going to hold it down for the Huskies here. Now, Exelios, we don't get a chance to talk about him enough. Returning veteran of the program. This is his 3rd year now with KNO Esports. Huge fan and promoter of the program. Great advocate for collegiate esports. And, little known fact, kind of a demon with a controller on COD. He's been, especially recently, I mean, we're seeing some things from him we never saw from him last year. He's grown in ways that, you know, any coach would dream of. And it's really been great to watch the growth of these players over the course of the season. You know, since 2022, I stepped into my role here as head coach, watching this same group of guys, you know, with the addition of Shoku, exceeding expectations time and time again. Showing the power rankings wrong. Been phenomenal to watch. And already this hardpoint, though not a complete blowout like you may be hoping for as a Huskies fan, is a significant improvement from map number 1. As a 61-44 scoreline is much more manageable than 174-40. I think we'll take that any day. Excuse me, the Fort McMurray September winters is starting to get to me. KNO now looking to get control of this next hill spawn, and they will be able to do so as the Huskies finally start off the point on the right foot here. They've been playing catch up most of this map so far, and they've been able to keep it pretty close, but nice to put the defenders on the other side of that. As UNTD now needs to show that they too can get themselves onto a point and fight for it. They don't just need it spoon-fed to them. Nice shots from Kurz as he lines them up bowling pin style. He's going to take 2 down there, and the Huskies have been able to virtually capture the entire point so far worth of score. Great witness. We'll just empty this entire clip into Schlepp, and eventually we'll take him down. And look at this position from Exelios. He knows that next hill spawn is coming. He's trying to catch anybody getting too eager, and, you know, this is the mind games that you don't see when your kids are playing Call of Duty alone in their bedrooms, screaming all sorts of nothing at their computers. You're not thinking about these pre-rotations, anticipating your opponent's movement. This is just chess with assault rifles is what you're watching right now. Nice little movements from Shoku there. He's going to find himself some big shots there. And Shoku finally starting to step into his rhythm here. You know, came in as a rookie into the program this year. Brand new to the KNO Huskies. You know, he expressed to me The last time we were talking, not quite finding the start that he wanted, but really starting to show up big in some of these games. We're seeing some excellent holdouts from him. Very close to phenomenal clutch on that last map there, on the SND, I should say. And like starting to prove his place and hold his position here in the college Call of Duty scene. Keanu now forcing their opponents UNTD to fight them on site, fight them on their home turf, and the Huskies might actually be able to start building a point lead for themselves here as they're keeping this neck and neck here, 109 to 119. Zelios finds some shots onto Brady. And the Huskies just 5 points shy of a lead here as Shoku gonna try to get the shots onto Dez, but doesn't quite stick it. First to 250 here on the hard points, and both teams just shy of 150. Trailblazers just past that halfway mark now. Huskies really need to start getting together on some of these attacks. They're finding some good takes, but it's just about consistency now. You've proven you can do it. Just need to start doing it more and better. Good shots for Shoku onto Dez. He's going to try to reposition his way out, but Royal already anticipating that movement. He's locked down on the staircase. Royal, I mean, he's been playing a phenomenal game for UNTD all day, but they're going to need more than phenomenal when you're coming up against the Huskies. This Great Witness and Shoku will be able to get control of the points, and Kurz and Exelios finding instant one-taps on the side there too. Those headshots coming in clean for the Huskies, and they're not going to let that score lead get any more out of hand than it already is. Kurz now knows Schlepp is on this rotation, but Schlepp probably knows that's being held, and he's going to go for that wide rotate. Just kidding. He's going to start flinging back. Royal gets taken out. Kurz has to anticipate this. And the jump into Schlepp, unfortunately, puts him in a little bit of a frame lock. He can't get that shot off right the way he wants to. Brady, where you going, buddy? Kurz takes him down. Picks up the AR, and a nice little switch from him as it's going to help him stick that shot. Huskies now do have control of the hill. Nade comes out from Schlepp, though. It's a nice little piece of artillery. And Shoku's got a phenomenal angle here as he finds one, finds two, and Shoku and Exelios clean up the Trailblazers. Great Witness, oh my god. Just hold that right trigger and don't let go, buddy. That's it. The Huskies will let UNTD cap the last 10 seconds here on the point as they start moving over to that next hill. They have the advantage on UNTD now. Royal's just camping on stairs. That stun grenade is going to come out onto Royal. And Kurz, beautifully done. Nice little 1v1 from him there. Zelios gets caught on the timing. And Brady will get taken down by Shoku. As both teams now approaching 200 point territory. Kurz actually finds two in that 1v4 on site. Shoku fading out his teammate, but he's going to make it work. And a contested point there as unfortunately as he goes for that grenade, Dez has the read. It's the best of him. Great Witness, what a shot from him, snapping onto Brady, finds the 2K. And the pre-fire from Exelios just doesn't help him the way he wants. He gets some nice damage. You know, he gets some cover fire, but it also gives away a ton of his positioning. We'll get the revenge kill onto Dez, though. Shoku now, big cleanup from him. Able to tuck out of the way. Dodge that nade as well. He knows players on both sides here. Tries to take the fight to Royal. That's big info, though, for the Huskies, as all three members of UNTD have been spotted out this doorway now. toss to the wall. Dez and Royal come up big for UNTD. The pre-fire from Kurz, but it's in the wrong spot. Keanu real close here. 223 to 215. And Dez is just finding these kills in really important times for UNTD, but the Huskies will have the rotation onto this next point ahead of UNTD, and Royal going down early there is a big win for the Huskies. That's the top fragger down to the side of UNTD. And the nade comes out from Kurz, the Marty Dom. 230 to 233. This is neck and neck, but the streak kill comes out from Royal and finds 2 on site. And that is devastating for the Huskies, as now they're in a forced retake situation, but there is a cruise missile coming in. Will there be enough time for that to matter? Exelios finds one. 246, 247, has to dive onto the point. And so close for the Huskies, but the Trailblazers will come up huge with that. Royal with those streaks, man. Royal with those streaks. Really not. What else can you say about that? That one cruise missile killed the Huskies' dreams. Now, obviously, there is still map left to play here. We've got one more game back to the SND, and this is where we saw the Huskies take their first, most important victory of the set so far over UNTD. We are going the distance tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. We will be switching over to the Search and Destroy for our last and final map of the day in just a few moments. Cut to a break while the players set up the lobby, and we'll be right back with Search and Destroy on Hotel for our last and final map of tonight's match against the University of Texas, Dallas. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Keano Esports stream. My name is Shadi Zeddy Hannah. And here we are with our last map of the day. I don't know why I said that so slow. I think I'm just getting tired. It's been a long night, a long day, and a long match of Call of Duty as the teams have gone the distance here. Game 5 tiebreaker between Keano College and the University of North Texas, Dallas. A crucial game for the NACE Star League season, as well as both of these teams looking to keep alive a 2-1 record and push that to the 3-1. You know, you want really as pristine of a record as you can get going into the end season to really bump up your seeding in the playoffs and keep the chance alive at a qualification spot for playoffs. The West Central Conference, probably one of the stronger conferences so far in the NACE Star League Varsity Premier season, as both Oklahoma Christian and St. Edward's University are competing in this conference to top 6 CCL teams. And the Huskies, though a CCL team as well, a little bit of work to go to get there. Tonight's win is not just about a win record, is not just about pride, but about strength and growth as well. Going in to a very intense and important playoff season, you want to give yourself as much of an advantage as possible, as Exelios will find the wraparound kill onto Dez. He's trying to read the rotation, but doesn't have a firm grasp on the situation in the 1v3. It's a little tricky to make that judgment call. And that will be UNTD taking the first round here on the SND. Both teams, a lot at stake here in this match. Keano now on the attacking side. And we'll see how they look to play this. As they will rush the A site here. Get that plant down quickly. Kurz, he is just running and sprinting his way to that site. The Huskies currently with a one-man advantage. Great Witness will anchor down those long angle rotations. You should be able to see Brady here in just a second. Actually catches Royal and Brady. He catches both. That's a massive intel for the Huskies. As now Great Witness gonna play this outer line. Brady in a 1v1 against Kurz. Shoku will find the trade. Royal caught between a rock and a hard place, gets the kill onto Kurz, but can't find the one onto Great Witness. Great positioning from him. He was kind of locked that down by himself. Able to scout out his opponents and then also find that last kill of the round as well. Excuse me. To provide a little bit more clarification on the significance of this match, only one team from each conference will get an automatic bid into playoffs. After that, teams in second and third place will compete in a last chance qualifier against all of the other conferences for a chance to claim any of the remaining spots in the NACE Star League Varsity Premier Playoffs. I believe there are 7 conferences this season, which means 9 spots remain for LCQs. And since the Huskies have already gone down 2-1 and are yet to play some of the Titans left in this conference, their goal right now, really, is to keep doing what they're doing, keep winning these rounds, keep winning these games, and try to secure that top 3 spot in the conference. So far, a 2-1 record, looking to push tonight to 3-1 after their victory here. And I really hope I'm doing a good job of selling the importance on this. I feel like I've touched it quite a little bit. Esports are important. What can I say? And we got players from all across the country here that want to make a statement and show why Western Canada is the place to be for college esports. And so far, they've done an incredible job of that. Great witness. Oh my gosh, what did I just witness? Beautiful double tap from him as he's going to take down Brady and Royal single-handedly. Keanu now firm control of Kitchen. As Kurz will catch Schlep and decides not to take the gunfight instead. He's going to reposition and get out of dodge. Great witness finds a third. Can he go for 4? Dez on the outside of that double doors. I think he knows. And Dez just trying to play his timings, make them anxious. But the nade comes through. Great witness gets the pre-fire. Can he find 4? Dez with the stun grenade. It's going to be too hard to clean it up, but the time is not on his side. Kurz will pop up from behind. Dishes? I don't even know what that call out is, but doesn't matter. He's going to find that shot, clean it up nice and easy. And Piano taking a 3-1 lead so far on Hotel. Huskies back on defense. And so far, both of these teams have proven to be pretty decent defensively. We've seen on a number of different maps that defense seems to be the side that, you know, they actually have some very strong defensive skill. They're good at getting back control of the site once they've lost it. And interestingly enough, UNTD, despite having complete control of the A side, are opting not to plant the bomb. I believe Greenberg Hotel is one of the only S&D maps where you can securely get a plant down before your opponents are in position to contest. But the timings are just more offense-sided because of how close the A site is to your spawn. But I think they're just trying to bait them out, make them a little anxious. But Shoku, he knows something's fishy, and he's going to take the shots at the Schlep, but Schlep will get the best of him. And a right idea turns into a bad situation as Shoku gets taken down first at the start of that round. Great witness will get a kill onto Brady, though. That's a big find. Schlep will find one more. Kurz, I guess he just knew? I mean, there's no real way of explaining how he knew, but he knew. And because he knew, the Huskies are still in this one. However, there's going to be a 1v2 for Kurz. AR in hand this time. Trying to see if Royal or Dez are going to get a little eager on some of these peaks and trades. And actually, Royal just flipped his crosshair over as Kurz will stick some shots to him. And he heard that last little bullet there from Royal. Royal going to jump across, but just baiting him into Dez's crosshair. Some nice movement from Royal. Good situational awareness from him, and UNTD will find the round off the backs of that movement play. It's a tough read to make in the situation because you want to take the gunfight. You want to just, you know, ego check your opponent there. And especially when you're in a 1v2, it's difficult to strategize. But at some point, you got to cut your losses. They've gotten so much info on you. It might just be better to take the risk and go for the full wraparound. You have the time to do it, but requires some really snap thinking. It's very easy for me in my comfy little caster chair to say what I say and what I but in the heat of the moment. Speaking of heat, Great Witness is on fire right now, finding some phenomenal frags for the Huskies. Dez will take down Shoku and Kurz tries to get the refrag, but Dez gonna tuck his way behind the corner. Get out scot-free. Schlep gets spotted out, but he actually gets the best of Kurz angle advantage. No kidding. Zelios, beautiful shots on the Brady. Sees his head picking out behind couches, and he's going to capitalize. UNTD needs to get reclaimed control of bomb as Schlep will find Great Witness. He's going to go for the full wraparound downstairs. Zelios, he knows Schlep abusing that timing, though. They know Exelios is on site, but I don't think they know exactly where he's positioned. Dead Silence gonna pop. Exelios gonna do some hunting. How's a feeling they still holding out that B side? He's gonna be able to sneak his way, or that A side rather. He's gonna be able to sneak his way to B and get that plant down. And Dez has to know something's up as he starts to rotate over. Exelios just gonna chill and brush. Sees Dez's head sticking out. That's a beautiful kill for him. Schlep now. Last man standing for UNTD. Exelios gonna tuck behind truck. Just gonna nade him off the point. And Exelios comes up massive. Beautiful 1v1 for him. But to be honest, I'm not quite sure why Schlep didn't just go for the defuse again. Once that nade goes down, I mean, I don't really know what you're scared of. Maybe the peak, but that's a risky take regardless. And I definitely don't mean to sound like I'm complaining. We are very grateful for that. Keanu leading 4-2 now on the SND. Huskies back on defense here, and they're going to flood out onto B site. Their opponents as well. And Schlep finds one. It's a great witness, but Kurz has the timing. Dez is just getting the best of him on all of these engagements. And UNTD are going to take that as their cue to leave. Exelios has the sniper in hand. He's going to start rotating over to B, but their opponents have already gone and left. Nobody left to snipe. Nobody left for the crosshairs. Goku gonna do that classic kitchen bounce check. That bomb goes down on A side, and the Huskies are gonna start hauling over. And Exelios has the sniper, but just not sticking these shots. Can't find the kill onto Brady. Saw Brady peek out there, but I think Brady saw him as well, because it looks like they've got sights on him. And it's going to be Dez holding that angle tight. A tough round for the Huskies. You know, that sniper, it's a bit of a gamble, especially on Hotel. It's really good in like early stages of the round, and especially if your opponents are playing more A-sided, you have a lot more room to play, but it's a bit of a risk if your opponents decide to breach B site early on. They're not really playing around mid, they're just going to rotate through spawn. You have some room to work with it, but a gamble that unfortunately does not pay off for the Huskies this time around. Cano back on the attack. Trophy system down on site. That should do well to fend off some of this artillery aggression. And Kurz finds a phenomenal timing on Dez, but Dez just knows. And Royal going to try to get the best of Exelios, and Exelios a greedy little peek there. He's going to stick his head up just a half second too early. Great Witness going to creep the door open there, find a kill onto Schlep. And the rotations from UNTD starting to come in. They have the bomb on site. And nade goes into the wall. Great Witness going to jump and pre-fire. He's got to take some risks, got to take some gambles here in the 1v3. As UNTD have set up a pretty devious crossfire here on the site. He's going to have to pick them off one by one if he wants to take this. Brady, I think he heard that shot. And actually was ready for Royal, but Royal's just shooting better right now. He's got some crazy gunny. Guy's got a gunny. See, I can't get my hands to do that. That's what I find myself thinking 9 times out of 10 when I'm watching Call of Duty. I'm watching them play. I'm like, yeah, I get the rotational stuff. Yeah, I get some of the utility stuff. I can't get my hands to do what these kids do. They're just crazy. Nice shots from UNTD, and that's kind of been the story of tonight, to be honest. Both teams seem to be pretty on par with strategy. In fact, the Huskies might even have a slight edge, but UNTD is just shooting so well. Just coming out ahead on some of these engagements. That doorway closed. That nade's not going to do much for it. I think the impact from the nade will actually force the door to open. And UNTD, despite having full control of the site and looking like they were going to go for the plant, actually decide that maybe they'd rather not. They've gambled their odds. They've got a 3v3, and Actually, Royal is going to push up onto the A site, but the bomb is chilling in Schlepp's possession, just outside of B. Zelios, nice little angle here. He'll see if anybody dives onto point to get the plant down. And he's just going to be comfortable holding that Royal, seeing if he can get somebody on an aggressive peek, but I don't think he knows. He's not really making a very strong read on the situation. The Huskies aren't really pre-rotating a lot. It's mostly just defensive play. And Great Witness gets a little trigger happy. The nade comes down onto Schlepp. Royal finds a big kill onto Zelios. He's going to find a second one as well. Kerr's now left to 1v3, and Royal. Oh my god, this guy is just crazy. The pressure's on for the Huskies now. 5-4 lead for UNTD. Keanu needs to win 2 straight. And they need to do it into the guy that's dropped 11 kills already and is just looking for more. I mean, this whole UNTD roster came into play, but this Royal kid is just on one right now. Huskies on attack. They'll have to attack twice successfully to close out the map. Going to this A side here. Bomb in the possession of Shoku. Schlepp spotted out. Defensive fire from Kurz. And the streak comes down from Royal, but doesn't find anything. As the Huskies will fully disengage from sight. And now some choices to make. The Schlepp does get spotted out, but not able to close out on that kill. Husky's going to call to cut noise entirely and see if they can bait some rotations over to that B side. Kerr's going to quick peek his way in. The nade comes out from Dez, and it does find Shoku, who was attempting to plant. Trying to wall bang on Brady. Brady caught with his nade out, but Great Witness can't find the kill. Keanu down by 2. 20 seconds remaining. They have to find it. Brady gets Kerr's, or Great Witness. Kerr's is the last man remaining, and UNTD will take the round, the map, and the match tonight. A heartbreaking loss for the Huskies, as the University of North Texas Dallas will close it out. Man, that is a tough pill to swallow. Still plenty of opportunity for the Huskies to change things up in time for playoffs. You know, that shot at top 3 is still within reach, but it's going to require some miracle runs here towards the latter half, as OCU, the defending champions of the West Conference, are still up on the docket for the Huskies. Going up against Texas International University on October the 4th, followed by Oklahoma Christian on October 11th. 2 very strong teams left for the Huskies before they can make that top 3 spot. It's going to be back to the lab for the next little bit while the Huskies prepare for those big upcoming matches to keep the playoff dream alive. And despite a phenomenal showing from all the players tonight, UNTD just came out slightly ahead, and we'll take the victory and the glory from tonight's match. Before we close off for the night, I want to quickly thank everybody in chat for supporting the stream. It means a lot to have all of our fans here on the Twitch stream, watching the team, supporting the team, cheering on the team. We really do greatly appreciate your support. We look forward to being able to bring you a big win next time we're back on stream next Wednesday against Texas A&M International University. My name, as always, Shadi Hanna, head coach of the esports program here at Keanu, signing off for tonight. Take care and have a great rest of your week.